I give up at, like, the first chance. Do you ever dream of sandbags?
So that future generations can see how annoying Andrew is.
They sucked his brains out.
The impulse to say fuck you to Josh.
Because you know this whole thing was just organized to stroke egos.
Come to you live from New York. The nice little timpani rolls in the background. Tells you the loading screen.
Okay, so now we're officially on game 1 of the losers bracket between Ian and Tyler. You know, I think
Ian's gone British. Tyler's Americans. Rather Germans. Wehrmacht.
Yeah, I think this will be an interesting matchup. Tyler loves Nebelwerfers, which he builds in every game he plays, but coincidentally they're actually really effective against the British emplacements. So assuming Ian does the strategy he always does, Tyler may actually be able to do some solid damage to Ian in this game.
Yeah. That would be interesting to see. So where do you think Ian's going to try setting up his truck? Famously on his Longray match with you, the second one, he went up a little bit too far, past his own choke point. So do you think he'll try to be more conservative in this match, or do you think that he's going to keep up with an aggressive strategy?
I think he likes to go for pushing out toward more the center on like a high munitions or a high fuel. If I had to guess, I would say that he's going to put out onto the that sort of medium high munitions in the center, like just to the right of the center VP. I think it's where he'll set up.
That's pretty far up. I mean, that's the middle of the map, you know.
Well, but if you look at it, it's a fairly large sector. I mean, he could set up in the back side of that just to the left of the northern VP. And then his second truck could go in the fuel point just to that right, to the east of that. And then the third truck could go to the munitions point just to the north. So we could have a nice little concentrated defensive area.
Well, that makes sense, but he's so far capping on the left side.
Let's take a look at
I
his
don't know
map.
if that means...
That is very interesting. So...
He's got the lieutenant coming out right now.
He may actually... I'm looking at his map right now. He hasn't gone mobile yet. I wonder if he's going to set up on the far northwest side of the map. It would be away from the action, but it's a little safer location. And he's not going mobile.
He's going to make a brand before he goes mobile.
Yeah.
Yep, he's waiting for the fuel.
I see that right now.
He needs 10 there. There
he goes. So let's go back to Tyler. So Tyler's just sort of consolidating his hold on the south right now. Hasn't really ventured out in the center, although he knows that Ian's captured the center VP. And in terms of units, it's just 2 Volk squads. Yep, first little fight coming in. Tyler's wisely moving back to this fight. Yeah.
He didn't like the look of that.
He's losing a lot of men, though. I'm surprised how many casualties his Volks are taking.
Yeah, that's bad luck at long range like that.
He has a second squad coming up to reinforce right now, green cover, so they should be able to sort of fend this attack off. Although he's moving up 1 squad, so...
Ian's clumped together a little bit, but he is in green cover.
Yeah, and those British troops are just really, really tough. Especially against Volks when they have the same number of units on each side.
And he's moving the infantry, rather the lieutenant, to give that infantry.
Oh,
engineer squad goes down.
Yep. Let's see, Tyler's building a machine gun now. But it's not going to be out in time to help with him with this fight, I think. And now that Brink is moving up to get into this fight. And Tyler just he's at a disadvantage in cover, he's at a disadvantage in unit composition, and just pure like numbers of units right now, so he's going to have to get out of there.
Alright, Ian's got another infantry section coming out. Still hasn't moved the command truck.
I wonder if he's actually not going to move it this time, or if he's going to wait till he has
maybe he's going to keep it there.
He might wait until he's a more, like a much more solid position. That way he doesn't get trapped early. That way he can establish a foothold without the truck, and then move it to where he knows he'll be a little safer.
Well, we'll see if that pays off once the MG comes out, because once these infantry sections get suppressed, they're going to have to retreat, and the longer retreat path is only a farm, so we'll see if that's going to matter.
It's true. Looks like Tyler's gonna wait for his machine gun before he moves out again. Yep, they're setting up now. Although that brink carrier, assuming it can flank around the sides of that machine gun, is actually can pretty much take it out with no problem if it has the upgrade. We see a third Volk squad coming from Tyler now. And the machine gun's too far back to actually help out right now, so he's going to move it up.
Yeah, here it comes. Ian doesn't see it yet, I don't think. He's getting a Bren upgrade. Now the machine gun opens fire, suppressing one unit, the other one.
Yeah, he's going to start moving back.
The third unit's looking like it's trying to flank around the sides. And here comes in the Bren.
He's good, yeah, he has this recon squad sort of taking the machine gun suppression fire. Then he has the Bren and another infantry section coming up. And even though there's no lieutenant, he can actually move at full speed because he's captured that center capture point. Although this machine gun's not going down. I mean, he's getting the brink carrier out of there.
No. Oh, it looks like he's
okay, now
one of those squads.
Yeah, Tyler's lost a lot of men there.
Ian's just built a casualty clearing center in the starting base, so it seems pretty strong he's going to stay there.
I think you're absolutely right. I don't think he's going to move. I think he's been burned too many times by leaving his base. No, he's actually moving right now. He's going to...
Oh, yeah.
Is he holding off and building it?
Not to.
Maybe he decided against it. It's very late to move your truck, but I understand his hesitation. He wanted to make sure he was in a better position. He's waiting for this recon squad. He's waiting a long time to get out of there.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to escape, though.
It looks like he's moving into the plus 10 munitions, so not particularly far forward, but he can get the resource bonus.
Exactly. Tyler's doing a good job. He's been occupying Ian in the center, fighting his units there, but he has one Pioneer squad, it looks like, capping around all around the north side of the map, where Ian's forces are not really present. So he should be able to get some resource bonuses out of that, although now Ian's actually capturing the point right outside of Tyler's base.
Ian's just gone Royal Engineers, by the way.
Interesting. So he's probably going to get the Churchill. He likes the AVRE with the spigot mortar on it. Tyler just got the Tech 2 upgrade, so he's going to probably try to get maybe Grenadiers. If he gets a pack and some Vetu Grenadiers against the British, that's actually not a bad idea because the pack can sneak up and try to take out the truck. And he also, Ian likes to go for the early Stuart, and so that could be good to fight against to get some early anti-tank to take that out.
Tyler gets his engineer squad out of there, the pilot squad, far left, makes it out. One man on low health.
Did Tyler lose his machine gun? I don't see it anywhere.
I'm not sure. I thought that I saw it retreat. Ian's building a Vickers on the plus munitions in the center.
Oh, so he's going to start building his emplacements up, huh? Yep. So he is going to fortify around that more central munitions point, but he's going to do it without his truck there. He's just going to build some emplacements, I guess. He has plenty of manpower, so it shouldn't be a problem for him. He probably wants to think about getting the field support truck out, which, has he started building that yet?
Field support truck, I have not seen him build it yet. Spent on the casualty clearing station and on that Vickers.
Looks
but
like he's,
now he's
yeah, he's
got
gonna
it
get it right now.
coming out just now on the low fuel on the far side. Interesting that he puts it on the far side instead of fuel that's immediately next to the command truck there.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm not sure that was the best move. I mean, he's in a good position overall right now, but I think it would have been better for him if he'd put it closer to the main command truck. Not only because it would be able to, be closer to his existing truck for mutual support, but also because that fuel point is actually, I think it's a medium fuel. He just lost the brake carrier.
Goes down hard. Was that just a soft munitions fire from Tyler, or was that a Panzerschreck?
I think that was a Volksgrenadier Panzerfaust, so he just took it out. He spent the 35 munitions to take it out.
35 munitions.
I believe it's 35, yeah. It's a good ability, especially if you can catch a brink carrier like that. You know, 35 munitions for the upgraded brink carrier is a trade I'd take any day.
Machine gun squad gets flanked and just get out of there though.
Oh, Tyler's going straight to tier 3. He skipped tier 2 entirely, it looks like. So if he can get some Pumas out of there, those will really do some damage to Ian, because the British have a lot of trouble fighting against tier 3. And if Tyler gets the Blitzkrieg Doctrine with Stormtroopers, he can use the cloaked Panzerschreck Stormtroopers to really wreak havoc on those emplacements.
I mean, looking at the map, it's about equal map control right now. Ooh, but Ian did just pick up that cutoff point, picking up that fuel on the lower right side. And those rifle grenades were doing some damage on Tyler's unit that's in the building, and it looks like he's retreating.
Yeah, he's going to get him out of there in time. He's thinking, he just built a Puma, just started on a Puma, and he actually has enough resources to get a Puma and a Stug. So he's going to queue those up one right after the other.
That could be useful. There's another Brin carrier, a second one coming out from Ian. Just now, it's in the center munitions.
Have we seen any indication from Ian if he's going for the Stewart? I think you have to build the Captain before you get the Stewart.
Yeah, I believe so. He does have the Churchill ability primed up. I don't recall how many resources it requires though.
It's pretty expensive in manpower. I think it requires 600 manpower as a call-in. It's very expensive.
He's floating 550, so he's pretty close now.
He might be saving up for it.
Some good MG usage by Tyler in the center.
Absolutely,
right
and he's got this flanking Flamer Pioneer squad on this infantry section. And his Puma just came out. This is going to be devastating for Ian.
Machine gun goes down,
he just lost the machine gun, though.
Tyler mans it to try to save it from Ian's grasp.
Oh, I think it's a good idea.
Really fast. The
He needs
Puma
to get it
comes
out
out
of
at just the right time.
The Puma's going to save that machine gun. And that Flamer squad.
Here's the Churchill, though, making a fast appearance. Oh, see what effect that the Churchill has.
Tyler's getting a Stug right now, though, so he won't be totally helpless on the anti-tank front. He'll be able to fight that Churchill. But he should probably consider getting Blitzkrieg. Oh, he killed the Brin carrier and the lieutenant. That's huge.
Second Brin goes down.
And he's charging that Puma straight in. And he sees the Churchill
Puma
now.
goes right to the Churchill.
Oh.
First shot from Churchill misses. The Puma makes a hasty retreat.
Yeah, he needs to get it out of there. The Stug just finished.
The second shot misses too.
It's very lucky for that Puma. Stug just finished, so we're going to see that coming out right now. But I think Tyler may have lost. Well, he used one Volk squad to man the machine gun, and he used it all up. He didn't.
Yeah,
he didn't have enough units.
2 men left in that squad
to get it back.
He wanted
exactly.
to keep the machine gun away from Tyler. From Ian, words, proper nouns.
I think he just has one Volk squad right now. He needs to get more frontline infantry, I think. Oh, this Pioneer's running straight into all this.
They go down fast.
Ouch.
Here comes the stew.
There, that Churchill shot finally connected. But there's that Stug laying in.
Buttons the stew. Churchill is free to do damage.
I think he can still fire, just can't move as quickly.
He doesn't seem to be shooting.
I don't know. He's got a second Stug.
Sappers coming out.
These two Stugs should be able to make short work of this Churchill if Tyler's careful with them. I just think Tyler needs to get some more supporting frontline infantry, because right now he just has the one Volk squad.
Yeah. Well, Ian's anti-tank is kind of light. I think that's why he's got the sappers coming out. He's probably going to get them Kias. He's got the munitions for it.
I think you're right.
75.
Tyler needs to get his Puma out of here. It's not going to do any damage to that Churchill. Looks like Ian hasn't gotten the captain yet, so we won't be seeing a Stewart anytime soon. He's relying on this Churchill as his only vehicle on the field right now.
And sure enough, the sappers are being upgraded with Kias.
Yep, and he's going to send him straight to repair that Churchill. And while this has all been going on, Ian's actually sent a fairly low health infantry section around the edge of the map to capture the northern side.
It's also got one guy who's at like 99% on the respawn. He's been trying to come out of the command truck for a long time.
Yeah, he just wants to go home. He wants to get his friend out there. Oh, here comes an attack from Tyler. 2 Stoogs going after this Churchill. I think in a straight-up fight, these Stoogs should win. Oh, yeah, they're just doing great damage. They have to watch out for these Piat sappers, though.
Yeah, the Piats,
which just
big
miss.
problem. Piats are not particularly accurate because they don't lead shots particularly well.
No,
they tend to shoot where the vehicle was.
Exactly.
Which, we all learned not to do when we first started playing Space Invaders.
Space Invaders. Oh man. I wonder how many people that was their first video game. A fair number, I'd say.
Yeah.
Learning the basic tenets of physics very early on.
Ian's looking to make a 17-pounder right there in the center.
I think Tyler needs
to can't let that go up.
Yeah, this is the problem with the British. You have to just be aggressive early on to either keep them bottled up or take out their emplacements before they can get built. Tyler was winning that fight. I mean, he could have taken out that Churchill and probably still kept both of his tanks alive. And then he would have been able to wreck those Piats with the Puma, and then nothing would have been able to stop him. I don't know why he backed off of that. He's sending some stuff over there now. I just think he needs to be more aggressive with it. But the AT gun's up now, and it's almost too late.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just really upsetting because I think Tyler was in a great position to win that fight and push Ian off really early, but now it's going to be tough for him to come back.
He got scared of the Piats.
And now that AT gun's using
the armor-piercing round hit the Stoog. Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, Tyler's just...
And the Stoog goes
there it is. Tyler's just playing way too piecemeal. His units are all spread out. Earlier when he made that attack with both Stoogs together, he could have maybe even wrapped the game up right there or come close to it. But now he's in a horrible position. And he's actually getting a mortar, which I think he just needs to get grenadiers. He just needs frontline infantry.
Yeah.
It looks like he's going to pick Terror Doctor and get Firestorm. So he's getting the indirect fire units and the off-map Firestorm to take out these emplacements. He just needs more anti-tank now, though. He needs Grenadier Squad or another Stoog.
Churchill and the Stoog facing off once again. Stoog is still getting the better hits in, it seems, but the sappers are coming up with their Piats. And on a stationary target, that's when the sappers are losing the game.
Exactly. And this just shows you exactly, when it was 2 Stoogs versus the Churchill didn't stand a chance. But if you're not careful and you split your units up like that and let them get killed individually, they're not powerful. The Wehrmacht does its best whenever its units are clumped together and fighting its a cohesive combined arms units.
Ooh, looks like Ian doesn't want to finish off the Stoog. In fact, the Stoog went forward there only to get killed. By the placement, you think?
Yeah, I think the AT gun may have taken it out. I think Ian just wanted to lead it back into his AT gun. Let it finish the job because the Churchill had taken some damage. Tyler's going to send that mortar over to start bombarding the base defenses, but both those Stoogs were just lost totally needlessly, and if he keeps throwing away units like that, he's gonna be out of this game pretty quickly.
Well, Ian just queued up the armored command truck, so he's gets a bigger tank section up, and that's going to be a massive problem.
Yeah, if Ian gets a Firefly or two, that'll, against Wehrmacht armor, that's just going to spell the end of it.
Germans are attacking our supply lines.
He's getting a pack right now. He's just going to queue up one.
Tank drivers are now able to provide hold-down protection.
Let's switch over to look at Ian. So look like Ian's getting a little force together. He's going to move out, yeah. He knows he's taking out 2 Stoogs, so there can't be much in the way of anti-tank right now.
Puma's about
Puma's
to go
just sitting
down.
around. He's not going anywhere. Yep. Oop, that's going to be it.
Vehicle has been knocked down.
Grenadiers come up a little too late, though. Has this mortar been doing any damage at all? I mean, he's been barding Ian's emplacements for a while. I just don't know if he's actually doing any
I don't
damage.
think he's gotten any kills. Well, Tyler does get the kill on the Churchill.
There goes the Churchill. Nicely done by those Panzer strikes. Although the armored command truck just finished, Ian has 250 fuel and 670 manpower, so he should have no problem getting a tank out.
Your replacements are mustering.
So what do you think Tyler needs to do at this point to sort of counter what he's seeing out of
German
Ian?
forces are trying to secure one of our sectors.
That's a good question. I mean, he's not pinned in his base, but he's definitely on his back heel right now. Yeah. It's hard to say because we know that Ian's got some vehicles that are about to come out. So Tyler needs to be able to counter vehicles, which means that he probably needs a pack or he needs some Panzer-Schrecked Grenadiers. But at the same time, Ian's still got this massive advantage. It's interesting. They dominated the part of this. So it's hard to say. I mean, I guess I'd like to see a sniper out, probably to try to do some manpower damage to Ian and attack as well. I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I think if he got a pack or two and a sniper and maybe another grenadier squad and maybe some infantry veterancy, I mean, that's a lot, but those are the tools he needs right now because the packs can hold off the armor. The sniper can do a lot of manpower damage to those expensive British infantry and really slow Ian down. And then he can just
There is a pack
forward.
down on the center road. However, Ian spotted it and it's vulnerable.
Yep.
And, sort of pushed it back into Tyler's base.
Yeah, it's just totally
Sure
unsupported.
enough,
It's
we
going
get
to
a
move out.
Cromwell out
Location is under attack.
from Ian.
And there's actually a second Cromwell queued up right now, so in very short order he's going to have 2 Cromwells and a Staghound. He just added that to the mix also.
Dirty, dirty stag.
So I think Ian's probably just going to build up a massive armor force and then just push in all at once, probably straight into Tyler's base or close to it, and capture the rest of the map. Yeah, it's so fascinating to see. Tyler had a great opportunity earlier on to sort of put this game away, or at least, regain the initiative and push Ian back a little bit. But he kind of just gave up on it because he wasn't aggressive enough. And now Ian's.
He was scared of those Piats. If he had been able to micro his studs around and around the base, doing damage and move in his infantry at the same time, then it really could have taken out Ian's emplacements in the center here.
Absolutely.
Which would be a massive blow. And as you mentioned, the initiative definitely Ian in a different place right now. But we'll never know.
We never know. And the thing, he didn't even need to micro the Stoogs. I mean, the Puma was right there. Could have taken out the Sappers, no problem. The Stoogs could have also helped with that. And then the only thing that was there was a machine gun nest, which isn't going to do anything to the Stoogs. I don't know. I mean, I know I'm just really focused on that. I just, that's such a huge error that, it just cost him the game.
It was a big moment, for sure. Well, one of those Cromwells is down to half health. Tyler did leave a Panzer Schreck on the field, which Ian is looking to pick up right now.
Yep.
Replacements are mustering now.
Yeah, Ian's going to get that Cromwell fixed up real quick.
them back to full
He has all 3
scale.
VPs. He has half the map, which for the British, owning more than half of the map is a feat just because they're so slow. Yeah, it just doesn't look good for Tyler right now. Switch over to his perspective. So Tyler's pushing out a little bit on the northern side. He's getting some territory back. He's actually going to get the upgrade for Tech 4 for battle phase, so he's going to try to get some heavier armor out, which should certainly help him if he can last that long.
He's making an armor push with the 2 Cromwells and the Staghound on the lower right there.
Yeah, I think at this point Tyler has enough anti-tank to sort of fend him off a little bit, but he's just not grouping it together. I mean, that Grenadier squad just got wiped out just by itself. There's another Grenadier squad on the left that's going to probably get wiped out by this intersection.
Barely gets away.
Yeah, this is just another problem that we've seen many times from Tyler this game, where he just doesn't group his units together. He just sends them in one at a time.
Yeah, I mean, those Ian's tanks are very vulnerable in the center right now. There's no reason that that pack couldn't be below the control point in the south there, the one that's putting munitions and the fuel, and just taking long-range pock shots. All it would need is a line of sight. It just means that you just need an infantry unit or even a cloaked sniper if you had one up there. And the pack could be hammering away and pushing those tanks back. Instead, the tanks are forward, stationary, and repairing at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah, if Tyler kept the pressure up, he would have a lot of trouble countering, I think, what he has. But at this point, it's just not going that way.
Ian is floating 650 plus
munitions. Wow, that is incredible to me. I guess he doesn't have many units that cost munitions. He's not putting mines down. He doesn't have any off-map abilities, as far as I know.
Yeah, so he can get whatever upgrades to the armored units that he wants, like the Staghound, upgunned immediately.
Yep. Tyler has 2 packs. They're just not in the right side of the field. And it looks like Ian's actually going to push closer to his base with this armor, and his packs are just not even remotely near the right place to deal with that.
HQ command truck awaiting further orders. Listen up. Capture complete. Ready for orders. Troops ready. We go ready. Confirm the target. Secure the area. Squad ready.
Tyler just is also floating a lot of resources. He has 700 manpower and 200 fuel, which is enough, more than enough, to get veterancy. It's enough to get 2 grenadier squads. It's enough to get 2 stews, I think. He's just... He could be more in this game. He just is just making a lot of small mistakes like that. Oh, here comes the armor attack.
Get a good shot there.
Oh, Staghound
goes down.
There's a grenadier squad lost as well. Tyler's looking for his second pack, but it's cloaked. It's moving really slowly. Is that Cromwell going to go down? It's really close. Oh, Cromwell down.
So it goes down.
Ooh, this other Cromwell's really low health, and the pack's put us up perfectly to take a shot at it. There's grenadiers, 2 Shrek squads can get in there. Oh!
There it goes.
I don't.
Yeah, that was sort of needless on Ian's part.
Yeah, I don't know what the thinking
He
was.
should have just backed off.
I don't know what the thinking was on that. That was a huge win for Tyler, though. I mean, that may be what it took to get it back in this game.
And props to Tyler. He microed the pack pretty well. He was paying attention. He turned it around once the tanks got behind it. And I mean, he took out a Staghound and 2 Cromwells, and did lose a Grenadier squad, but that's definitely a good trade for him.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what I've been saying this whole time, is that when your units are grouped together as the Wehrmacht and they can mutually support each other, they can be devastating, and we just saw that. The pack, the tanks got behind it, but the Grenadiers were there to take out the tanks that were circling behind, and the tanks are at their weakest against infantry anti-tank when they're close like that. And now Tyler's actually able to push out of his base and start capturing some more territory.
Ian's armor is just down to 1 Firefly right now.
And that's not going to do anything for him against his infantry, because the Firefly is only good against tanks, against vehicles.
Especially because Ian managed to get a Grenadier squad right behind the
Firefly. Oh wow, double Shreks right in the rear, and Ian didn't even see it until after the shots had already landed.
Firefly running for its life. Oh, it goes down.
There it is.
Oh.
Tyler's doing a great job killing Ian's armor and a lot of his units without losing too much of his own, but he just needs to push out from his base more.
Service battalion has improved our HQ.
And there's another Cromwell and a Staghound coming out from Ian.
I mean, on that subject, there's no anti-infantry placement that's defending the center VP. There's nothing over there defending it. There's an AT gun that's in range, but 1 infantry squad could take the center VP, not necessarily hold it, but this whole time, Tyler's been looking at the south and bleeding victory points. He's down to 59, I see.
And he hasn't even captured this other one yet. It's white, so it's not even helping him.
Exactly.
He actually just sent a squad over to take it out now, but you know, he's down 485 to 55. And he has everything he needs to make a comeback. And he's had it for a while. After that base attack, he could have really pushed out and done a lot of damage. He just isn't moving his units together. He's not being aggressive enough with them. I think, you know, he's definitely in a position to stay in this game. He just isn't capturing the VPs necessary, and that's, you know, that's the objective of this. I wonder if he's going to realize that he needs to take the center VP, or that he even can do it.
Yeah, he's moving one up right now, I see on the map.
Yep.
The Grenadier squad trying to neutralize it, but Ian's dropping some artillery down at this time. Or is that another mortar?
I'm not sure. I think he just has the mortar pit.
Oh,
He's
he
going to wipe the
neutralized
VP.
it.
I mean, it's very, very low VPs for Tyler. He needs to hold on to that center one with everything he has, and hopefully push Ian off and capture the third one. Otherwise, you know, if Ian can hold on to just 2 of the VPs for a minute or 2, the game's going to be over. And the center VPs are whited again.
Looks like the Grenadier squad might have gone down. I didn't see.
I
They
think
definitely
so.
dropped the Panzerschreck though. The Legion picked up.
Yeah, I didn't see it repair, so.
On your feet, sappers. Cromwell reporting, sir.
And it's just been a fascinating game because Tyler, I almost think Tyler should have won this one. Not even just after that first attack, but he's had every opportunity since. Ian's given him every chance to come back from it. And he just hasn't been able to take advantage of it.
Your replacements are mustering.
I mean, at this point, I'm also surprised, is Ian capturing the center VP? It's been white for a really long time.
He is trying to cap it right now, yeah.
Where to, gents?
I mean, and this also just goes to show you, I mean, Ian's lost, I don't know how many tanks. 2 Cromwells, a Churchill, a Firefly, a Staghound, 2 Brink Carriers. But he's had such resource dominance, he's been able to hold on to what he has and build more. He has loads of tanks still. I think he has 2 Cromwells and a Staghound right now.
Ian has 1,050 munitions right now.
I don't even know what the engineer, I don't think the engineer doctrine has anything you can get with munitions, as far as I know.
It doesn't. I mean, if he was going artillery, then it would actually be being used, but he just has no use for any of those munitions.
I know. I mean, I think the sappers can place mines, so you can just put mines everywhere. But it's sort of needless at this point. I mean, the game's gonna be over in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Tyler just built the stew, but
Western VP.
yeah, because now they're gonna take down. I think it's 2 every 5 seconds, 4 seconds, something like that. So
4 seconds.
quick in the last 3 seconds of this game, give me a hot take.
Hot take. I think Ian learned from his mistake. Jenkies his mistake in the game with you, and did not move his man truck up too aggressively. Jenkies had a lot of good moves, a lot of good counters, but he did not capitalize, I think, on those good decisions.
I think absolutely right. I mean, yeah, we were focused on Tyler's decision making, you know, that whole time, but Ian, he did a lot of the right things too. I mean, he held on to the center really well, like fantastically well. He was able to harass that southern VP a lot of the time, and keep Tyler from holding on to that, which really added to the VP drain. And he controlled almost all the resources in the map. And even when he lost all of his vehicles, he was able to fend off any attacks that Tyler made.
Absolutely, and we saw the stats there briefly. Ian had, I believe it was 102 kills to 63 deaths, which for Brits, I mean, you know, if you're in Tyler's position, if you could put the manpower drain on the Brits, then that's huge, right? We never saw a sniper. We didn't see too much effective machine gun usage. For the most part, the British infantry just were not particularly threatened this game. That's sort of a big deal when it's very much the British, very benevolent fan.
Yeah, absolutely right. All right, so let's get this wrapped up, and then we'll start game 2.